So we have Tedashii here, and one thing that people don't know about Tedashii, if you've been in his presence on stage and Thi'sl was there, you might want to move out the way.
Oh, God.
So what is your issue with Thi'sl? Do you hate him? I know.
Well, first off, Thi'sl, I'm sorry that this has gotten brought back up, brother.
He probably got trauma because of that.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Actually, it's true.
No, Thi'sl's been shot like
joking.
6 times.
I'm just joking.
He's immune to trauma.
Yeah,
immune
that
to
cat,
it.
yeah.
Man, so on these tours, man, on stage, for some reason we always got the idea of trying to mosh on stage instead of moshing with the crowd. I don't know why we thought that was smart, but that was a part of our performance.
That is true.
And I'm like, okay, man, we just gonna run into each other and jump around and have fun and do whatever. And it was chaotic, it was unsafe, it was all these things. But what tended to happen, and this is honest to God truth, Lecrae would always try to mosh and hit me harder than everybody else because he's like, oh, he can take it.
Right.
I'm gonna like, not like he's like I want to hurt him, but he's like I want to hurt him. So he's like, yo, I'm gonna move him, and part of that is because of just he's like, yo, man, it don't make no sense. Shit is strong. But on the other side of it, I ran into him, and he was winded and on the ground, and he wanted revenge. So that's part of the other reason too. So the reason I think it escalated for me was because of my like hidden rivalry with Lecrae on stage to mosh. Triple E was never involved. He was always
T. Lee play. He's safe.
He's safe.
Said
man.
you all connect like
he like
Be over here.
He's like, I'm gonna stand here like the scholar I am.
And
watch you all.
Scholars
act like
are not
idiots.
mosh pitting.
Yeah.
It's not an intellectual thing to do.
That's not what we do.
Yeah.
Nah. So I passed Trip to go after Cray. Trip's like, no, sir.
Yeah.
As soon as I get Cray, Thiz gets me, and I'm like, oh, okay, yes.
Yeah.
Well, one thing that people will learn about me eventually, I love spontaneity, but I also feel like I'm closer to you when we can do physical play. So if we can wrestle, if we can go back and forth with, I mean, even if it's arm wrestling, I don't care.
Right.
Something like that to me is like, yes, we're having fun together, and you're having fun in a way that I'm comfortable now. So when Thiz joined in, I was like, yes, this is fun. So I then went into my mind, which now people would say, here you go, man. Tedashii always go too far. I can hear Derek Minor and Craig. He always go too far. Always go too far. But I went to the other side of the stage waiting for Thiz so I could then come get him. Now, what I didn't know is that I was timing it perfectly, that he was going to be up in the jump.
Man, he has no...
He was up, so he had no base.
He got no base.
He had no base. He had no base. So he was like a receiver.
You depend on the mercy of God at that point.
Yes, that's it.
That's right.
So he was like a receiver going over the middle of the
hospital
field,
pass.
leaning out.
Yeah.
And so when he was doing this, I caught him at just the right moment and got him. Didn't know he was gonna go off stage. I just thought I thought he was gonna move a lot and then come back and try to get me. So when I did it, I stood there for a moment waiting to brace myself until I was like, is he off the stage? And then I go like, yo, you good? But for a moment, I didn't even know it happened. But here's the best part about the video. The best part in my memory about the video is not me knocking him off the stage, but how Thiz, who is not a little dude, got back on the stage that fast. Y'all see how fast he got back home? I was like, okay.
He the ex-hustler.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
He the mayor of St. Louis. He got a
like,
reputation to keep up.
Either you can't keep a good man down, or he was so embarrassed nobody could see this. You know how you fall, you got to get up quick.
Like you
look
didn't
around.
fall. Yeah, exactly.
But whatever it was, bro, I felt horrible. And then when it was over, he was like, so you gonna get me back, huh? That's what that is? I was like, get you back for what? Side note, nobody knows this. We always laugh about it.
What?
So when I first met Thiz, like me and Cray had a show in St. Louis. We go there, we meet Flame, we meet Thi'sl, we meet Jason, we meet Fox Trub, all these different people that we know there, Future, all these people. And we stay up to like 3 a.m. Because when you single, you just freestyle in the booth and rap till 4 a.m.
That's right.
And then fall asleep at 5.
Right.
And then get up at noon because you ain't got no life.
Right.
But we stayed up to like 1 a.m, 2, or really at 4 a.m. rapping. But it was about 1 a.m. And Thiz is in the booth and he started freestyling. And everybody could freestyle, so we was just having fun freestyling. And this dude, Thiz, said, shout out to my dude, Thaddeus, in the building. And
What are you, a New Testament character?
Thaddeus. I was like, he know a lawyer? Who is Thaddeus? Who is Thaddeus? And then Lecrae, look, he says, he talking about you? And then we died laughing. And then when he was done, he came out the booth and they was like, yo, man, who is Thaddeus? He said, oh, my bad, man.
My bad, man. Listen,
man.
man.
I didn't know. Man. I tried.
Oh, my
I'm
God.
sorry, man. And that was literally like, I think the first day or second day we met him. So my man said, you just knocked me off stage because you wanted to get me back for calling you Thaddeus in my freestyle. Exactly. I was like, exactly, bruh. Exactly. My mama named me a good name. Don't belittle my mama's work.
And now it's going to be tattooed after this. Dang, man.
So, yeah, bro. Yeah,
Shout out to my boy Bartholomew.
That's it.
What?
That's
My
it,
name's
bro.
Brian.
And what made it worse is he
Thi'sl
went through all the names.
Uh-huh.
He went through all the names. Great. He was like, "Hey, I'm in the booth. Shout out to my boy Flame, Jason on the boards.
Yeah.
My man Jr. in the building. Yeah. We got Cray all the way from Texas, and his homeboy Thaddeus."
Yo, that's like one of the most hood things, dog. They can call you any name they want, dog.
I was hurt because he called me the wrong name, but I was more hurt because I was like, man, he think I'm a lame calling me Thaddeus.
Right.
Is that the name he thought I said? Like, he think I'm a lame. I mean, no disrespect
Names
to
are
Thaddeus.
important.
If Thaddeus is watching right now, no.
Thaddeus at
no
home
disrespect.
shook right now.
It's still a good name.
This was early 2000s. Thaddeus gangster rap was big at the time, so
Exactly.
you know
Now.
Thaddeus is great now,
It's good.
bro.
The Lord
You know?
gave you that name providentially.
Yeah, providentially, bro.
Own it.
Your
Take
name is
hold
what
of
you
it.
will live, brother.
Right.
Trust me.
Hilarious.